50. It's a number that represents more than championships. It's 50 moments of triumph, 50 teams who believed, 50 years of building something that goes far beyond the track and field.
It means a lot to have my name in the books and say I was a part of this. I think it's something that I can look back on and be proud of.
At Indiana State University, track and field and cross country aren't just sports. They are a family, a legacy. From record-breaking moments to unforgettable victories, their legacy has only grown stronger. This past spring, it reached a milestone decades in the making, 50 conference championships.
50 wins in any sport, in any conference, for any program is something that I think is pretty tough to do.
I think that would be another thing that John would be really pleased with, is we had conference team titles in all three of the sports, both genders, and that's the kind of program we wanted, was to have a broad-based, well-rounded track and field team, and that's what we had.
The story begins in the 1980s, when a pair of coaches began building a culture that would define the decades to come.
I arrived in 1988. John McNichols had been here since '83, and the program then was separate, meaning that John was the head men's coach and I was coming as head women's coach, but with the idea that we would combine our coaching talents and have ourselves and the assistant coaches coach in event areas and coach both men and women. And ultimately that ended up being very successful.
Through snow, rain, and seasons of rebuilding, Indiana State track and field began to rise, not just as competitors, but as a community.
What drew me to Indiana State was the program they have for dyslexic students. And Indiana State was the only track program that was actually recruiting me that focused on academics and had the best dyslexic program. When we went there for a visit, me and my parents, they just made me feel welcome, you know, and I visited many other schools and I was just like, nah, I don't fit in, you know. I'll probably turn out to be a great athlete, but if I don't feel at home, it's not gonna work.
When I think about my time at Indiana State, I think one of the things that makes Indiana State so special was that all of us had this big core group of people that supported us. And to narrow it down was really hard, but you know, it was really Coach Gartland and then of course Coach McNichols who really had the biggest influence on me. And so my overall time here was just filled with those people, and I think that's what made Indiana State so special. And I think, you know, looking at what we're talking about today with 50 championships, I would have to say that's the reason why.
Decades later, the same spirit endures. The belief that what makes Indiana State special isn't the medals, but the people.
I grew up playing football and basketball, so I've always been a team player. And then track is a very individualized sport, but it gave me a different perspective when I came here, because I really seen a big family culture here.
I did visits at some other bigger schools, and what really drew me here was how close the whole team was. Everybody cares about each other. Like, everyone is genuinely cheering on someone else, but I think it's really important because, I mean, when it comes to a conference, it is a team championship. You can win an individual event, but that doesn't mean your whole team collectively is the best in your conference.
I think coaching and being part of a team is like a roller coaster. Like, you have really high highs and then you fall off for a little bit, then you come back up. And I think what makes Indiana State special, what makes our teams special, is 100% the people. You know, everybody always says that, oh, it's the people, but we have amazing kids that they work hard, and when they aren't working hard, when you jab at them, they figure it out. And the leadership among the team has been huge. I think we're really growing, not just good athletes here, we're growing good people.
The family culture that defines ISU track and field is as real today as it was when it began.
Being a part of a program as successful as this is awesome. I'm challenged every day when I come to practice seeing people in other events work extremely hard, seeing people in my own event work extremely hard. When I was a freshman, we came in and we were not favored to win, but we went in and took it, and then we kind of had that target on our back, and it was a spot that we grew to love, grew to be comfortable in, and were able to excel in.
When you put on the Indiana State jersey, you're a winner, and that's what Coach Angie expects out of all of us, and that's what she expects for us as leaders to lead them too. So
it's not just about running faster or jumping higher. It's about growing together as athletes, as students, and as people.
Coming into Indiana State my freshman year, we had a tradition, and Coach was building something special here. Coach McNichols and Coach Gartland both. We were lucky enough to win the outdoor title my freshman year, and I just thought, hey, it's going to happen every year. You know, I'm part of a winning program, and the next 3.5 years was very, very difficult. You know, we weren't bad teams, we just weren't championship teams. And my 5th year, I had a redshirt a year, so I had a 5th year, and we ended up winning. The last conference championship that I was part of. That's the one I remember the most. And I think the thing that I remember most about that was Coach was extremely happy and excited for the team. And he was a part of the celebration, but he sat back and watched the team celebrate. And that always stuck with me, just because he was the reason why we won. You know, I mean, he guided us and put us in the position to do that. And so, to this day, when we're lucky enough to put a championship team together, I get more enjoyment watching the kids celebrate and how much it means to them than I ever did as an athlete. Just to see the kids' joy of, hey, we came together, we did this, that's really cool, and it's super satisfying when that happens.
Behind every great team stands a line of mentors who believed in something bigger than themselves.
Lots of ups and downs through my career, but Coach Gartland and Coach McNichols were amazing mentors. They let me fail on my own, succeed on my own. If I had questions, they never hesitated to answer and help guide me. Being a part of the program and knowing the history of it, I think, allowed me to understand what their dreams were, but then add in my ideas and thoughts and take our assistant coaches and our new assistant coaches and kind of keep building towards that dream.
Yesterday was a good day, not a great day, but we had a goal of hitting 200 points. We had a goal of winning the meet, and you guys showed up today, you got the job done, and you had fun doing it. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for putting it all out there, because this is not easy. It is a pure sport, right? You give it your all, and it just shows. And I can't be more proud of you. Let's go celebrate.
Stay root! That sense of belonging is the invisible thread connecting decades of Sycamores, athletes who ran for each other and for those who came before.
I think something that we have special here is the coaches are also alumni, like all of our coaches are, and whenever we have alumni come back, they're all so supportive. I recently just broke one of alumni's school records, and she texted Coach Angie, and she was so proud, and she was so happy, and it was just moving to have an alumni email or text Coach and was like, this is so exciting, I'm so happy for her. But it's just really cool to have a supportive background in coaches and alumni.
It's just knowing that I have that support from people who were part of the program before I was, and it just leads into the pride. I'm so proud to wear Indiana State across my chest. I've been blessed to be able to compete at a lot of high-level meets, and I'm so proud to wear Indiana State across my chest and represent Indiana State, and all of those alumni share in that sentiment. And it's incredible to be a part of that, because it's a winning culture, not just while I was here, but it also has been in the past. And seeing that the alumni also they care about it, they want to see success beyond for the program, just in the future and beyond.
Having the support of alumni, I would say that's, as a person, that is what drives me the most, honestly, because like I said earlier, I feel like it kind of is on me. And that's one of the driving forces that made me want to commit here as well. All of the coaches are alumni, so it's like they all want to pour back into the program and pour back into their own athletes, to make them not just better athletes, but make them better professionals as we walk across the stage and we go into a new adulthood in life.
I did go to Indiana State during their track season this year. Went down and talked to the kids pretty much about my story, and just try to motivate them and let them know that just because you see me, you know, you're in awe, because I could just see their faces when I came in. They were like, oh, there's Holly Heights, there's Holly Heights. You know, you see this big star and see I've won 7 championships and got records and stuff, but you really don't know what I've been through before all this happened. So when I went there to tell them my story, when I got done, they just came up to me and they was like, wow, thank you. That really motivated us, you know, and that's what I want, you know, my story to motivate other kids.
Generations connected through blue and white. It's that shared pride of Terre Haute, of family, of legacy that continues to drive the program forward. For Indiana State, the 50th championship wasn't a finish line, it was a continuation, a celebration of all who came before and all who will carry the torch next.
I think for the program as a whole, it really validates what we always say, that we're the best program on campus, that we're the best program long-term in the conference, and that great feeling of pride is supported by 50 conference championships. That's unbelievable. And that's 37 years, but that's still an amazing amount, and I don't think there's any other conference schools that are close to us on that. So it certainly validates what we think of our program, and we know it to be. And it's just a good feeling for me personally. As I said before, I'm thankful and grateful to be still part of it.
I think Coach desperately just wanted to build something, not for himself, but for the community that was good. And I mean Terre Haute, ISU, all of that. And I think he's looking down somewhere now very proud of what's happened here to add to those 50 titles.
Myself and Coach Angie are, you know, carrying that torch, and eventually we're going to have to pass it on, and hopefully that torch can continue to burn and move forward. But 50 is a lot, and it's pretty cool. When I think of 50, just 50 championships, you know, words that come to mind: excellence, tradition, dominance. You know, it's hard to win, and it's even harder when you put the pressure on yourself to win. But when you have Illinois State and Northern Iowa, Southern Illinois wanting to knock you off the pedestal, the pressure's real, it's exciting, but man, I wouldn't want it any other way.
It's so funny because we have all these goals all the time, and I didn't realize we were creeping towards that 50 number. So I think it was you that told me, like, hey, this was your 50th championship or 50 titles at Indiana State. I'm like, that's a lot of titles. That's pretty cool. Really appreciative that I got to be a part of it, and hopefully we can keep building some more.
For those who first laced up in the 1980s to today's student athletes, Indiana State track and field and cross country stands as one of the Missouri Valley Conference's greatest legacies. A legacy built on family, on resilience, on 50 seasons of belief.
We did what we came here to do. Good work. Hey, we're chanced again. Let's go. Come on. Trees on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Trees. 4, 5, 6.